Maz, renovation work is underway behind us on the pitch ahead of the new season, but let's talk about the playing surface for the last campaign. What was the feedback that you received from referees and visiting coaches and managers?
Very good on it all. Obviously winter months take the toll a little bit, but it's still very good. Apart from under the West Stand, we had a bit of trouble as usual, but we're looking to eradicate that problem this year. But as a whole, fantastic, well above average again for the league scores, so happy.
And what are you doing now?
We've took the top off again, which is called corrowing. Basically it planes the vegetation off. We haven't gone deep, so we don't take all the fibres out this year. And then basically just 60 tonne of plain sand back on the top. We're doing a bit more work on the West Stand, like I said, to plane that off because it bowled a little bit where we had a lip, so the water was holding, say, 10 yards in, so we're hoping to take that out a little bit. 20 bags of Rugby Tailor seed on it, and off we go again.
So as I understand it, not quite as much intensive work as there has been in previous years?
No, so we had all the major work done, was it 2 years ago, with the drainage system and the fibre sand. We've had the fibre sand tested from Mansfield Sand, and the levels are still good enough, so we don't need to add any this year. We'll look again obviously at the end of the season and see what's what again.
And how long will it take to get it to where you want it to be now?
Well, 7 weeks is first game, 7 weeks tomorrow I believe, so 7 weeks. Hopefully we're up and running and ready to go.
Elsewhere, you're working on the pitches at the new training ground. How's that going?
That's good. We've got Lightwood Sports up there doing the contracting work, putting drainage in on pitch 2. That was all completed last week with I think it was 300 tonnes of sand ameliorated into the top surface, so that we couldn't go too deep because of what's underneath it. So hopefully that'll help with that. And same again, stripped all the top off, mixed it all up. 16-18 bags of seed back on it, and then pitch 1 up there is having some plastic drains in. It's not having the top took off on that one, it's just having a bit of top dressing and reseeded. And pitch 3 just similar to pitch 1.
And again, time frames, they're always key in your line of work, aren't they? When will they be ready for the first team to train on?
Well, we're looking for the first week back after Portugal. They want to be up there. I think they're going to come to the ground for the first week before Portugal. Do a bit on the top pitch, because obviously that's ahead of them, because I haven't stripped that back or anything. We just tickled that up a little bit, the pitch behind the ground. So they'll use that for testing and one thing and another, then get Woburn up and running, ready for when they come back from Portugal.
So is the plan to use the pitches more so at the new training ground than on the top pitch?
Yeah, totally. That's a fallback now, really. So if things one day we go up there and it's wet through for some reason or whatever, something happens and we can't use it, that's always there to fall back on, because it's a brilliant drainage pitch up there. It drains for fun. It's even when we get the real bad weather, I don't want to curse it, but it drains really well with it being set up high. And I believe it's built on old pit ash from back in the day, so it's got its own drainage system basically.
And back to where we started, finishing where we started, here on the main playing surface at the One Call Stadium. Let's speak about the manager, John Dempster. Has he had much say at all as to how he wants this pitch to look and the size of it and that type of thing?
No, we haven't really mentioned changing the size or anything, so we're keeping it the same size. He's commented on how good the pitch was last year, so hopefully it goes one better this year. It feels a lot better already, because we had it turned over last year and it still felt a little Humpty Dumpty, if you get me. So with the corrowing, it's obviously planed the top off, so any little undulations and that, it's took them out hopefully, and so we'll have an even flatter surface this year.